And what's up, y'all? So it's that time of year, of course, where we have to do a lot of showing of work and, proving things and, just to make sure that we're not bitter, just to make sure that we're not just, angry people at any Cowboy pick. Oh, Voch, you mad at all the Cowboy picks. You like Mozzie. Well, I love it when my audience gets to use a little bit of logic on my behalf and, they understand where I'm coming from. When I tell you about a player, it's just me talking about what I see on the film. Okay. And what they do, after they go to minicamp, what they do after they go to Duke Manyweather, what they do in their own time between when we draft them and they, when we draft them and when they actually play a game. It's a lot of room in between that, right? So what I want to do right now is I just want to set a little bit of film up for y'all. And, we're just going to have a casual film experience, okay? This is going to be a longer film session. And when I say longer, I mean like a not edited film session. It's going to be very detail intensive. And I just want to give y'all some of the talking points that I had, just during this process. If you want to see the full version of this, like this is going to be a little longer than my normal film sessions, but if you want the full version of this, then go to my Patreon. We did this for a long time over there. So Tyler Guyton, for the duration of this film session, is going to be your right tackle. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this like the old days. He's going to be your right tackle. He's number 60 for the duration of the film. And whenever I see something that's worth noting, I'm going to pull you all to the side and be like, hey, y'all, won't you look at this, okay? Now, like I've been saying this whole process, this is my idea of Tyler Guyton. He's a phenomenal athlete, great mover, great stepper, great getting to a landmark, right? It's the football nuance things. He doesn't know how to play football just yet. He doesn't know how to play offensive line. He doesn't have black belts in those areas just yet, okay? So we're just going to talk about, some of these blocks, okay? We're going to run some of this Kansas here. So I thought that this first play was really good, firing out of his stance, boom, getting to his landmark. This is some of the good film that you get from Tyler Guyton, like in terms of the movement ability, him being able to get to his landmark and firing out of his stance. Okay, now is his hands kind of goofy in this situation? Does he kind of have issues latching on to players? We talk about grip strength all the time, right? And that's when we get a hold of the shoulder pads and our ability to redirect you with just our hands. Okay, Tyler doesn't have that just yet. So when you see him come off the football here, his hands are kind of low, and that's fine. We can work on getting his hands up. And then what he'll do is he'll kind of throw his arms back. You see him do that a little bit. Let me come back. He'll flare his elbows and just kind of throw his arms back. And what that'll do right there is it'll expose his chest to the defender. So one is gonna be longer for Tyler Guyton to get his hands up, and it's gonna be easier for a defender to get their hands on Tyler's chest. Okay, but let's just keep on watching. Also, if you see where Tyler's hands kind of landed, they landed on the outside of the shoulder of the edge. This is Austin Booker right here. They land on the outside of the shoulders here when Austin gets the inside leverage. So I just feel like versus a good defensive end, that's going to be some good taking advantage of, but we'll keep watching here. Let's see. And we're only looking for plays that we can evaluate. Like if it's a nonsense play, we're just gonna scroll past it. So here's another thing that I noticed a bunch about Tyler Guyton. He has a bunch of false steps. Okay, now this is something that can be fixed, of course, but this goes into the category of the nuanced football player. What if you're zone stepping to the right, I want you stepping off of that left foot and firing into that defender with your right foot. What happens is he has this false step or just a step that's not making progress to the defender. He's going to make a false step with his left foot. Boom. And then he's going to get into his zone step with his right foot. You see what I'm saying? I'll show it one more time. False step with the left. And look, there's a lot of guys that's on the Oklahoma offensive line doing this. So, I mean, maybe it's just how they're coaching the guys. Take a look at the left guard. Take a look at 58's feet. I know the running back is in the way, but if he's stepping to the right, that left foot is planted in the ground. He's pushing off of that. He's stepping with that right, leaving the left in the ground. Boom. That's how it's supposed to look. Tyler is going to step falsely with that left and then get outside to make the block or to, try to engage with Austin Booker. Another problem that I have of Tyler Tyler Guyton is we don't get a bunch of movement from him all the time consistently. So yeah, he may come off the ball, he may initiate, but in the run blocking situations, he doesn't always drive and push guys off the ball. But it's okay. We'll keep watching. Let's see, just a little waterfall play. This just trying to keep the defender from getting upfield. Let's find another play here. Now look, this is where you make money. This play is nasty. This Pornhub right here. Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said?
Him, like his movement blocks are ridiculous. Him being able to, reach a player, get to the outside shoulder, boom, like that movement, that flipping of the hips, that getting to the outside, that's nasty work. That's nasty work, but that falls into the category of, hey man, he got that top tier athleticism that we always talk about, but does he have the nuance to keep that block, to maintain that block, sustain that block, right? He can get to the outside, 1, 2, 3, pop, 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 boom. He can get in position. Now we need you to continue to run your feet. We need you to work your hands, do a push-pull motion, right? I want him to pull with his left hand and push with his right hand to completely get that defender on the opposite side of the play, right? That's what Tyler didn't do here. So he can get in position. Pop, 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 but we need your hands to keep that defensive end off of the ball carrier. And yeah, Tyler got in great position, but that defender was able to get back on the other side of him. And he didn't make the play because there was some other Jayhawks there, but that's part of the conversation here. Tyler, when he's stepping down to do this combo motion right here, I want you to just kind of fire and thump into the 3-tech right here. For one, he has another, like a little false step on his foot right here. If he's stepping to the left, I want that left to come off the ground. Take a look at this right foot, just kind of flip right there. He wanted the false step there, but he's going to give a little galloping jump into this block right here, right? I kind of want him to be in more control of this block. I'm not going to nitpick it too much. I just want a little more control on that block. Take a look at him at the right tackle here. Not evaluatable. Let's see. Got a down block right here. What happened here? You see that galloping motion where he's just kind of popping. He's swinging his hands in the air before he gets to him. He's kind of swinging his hands up, and you know what I mean? And he's kind of blocking him in the side there. I want Tyler to get in better position of that left shoulder of the defender so that we can block him, so that we can be a little more, just a little more square, just a little more parallel to him and block him square. The fact that Tyler basically gets on the back of the defender, we can't get a solid block because he's on the defender's back right now. I want him to be on the defender's chest right now, putting pressure on his hip to down block him away from where the ball is about to go. The block ended up being executed. Shouts out to Tyler, but he probably could have pancaked this dude if he was in good position. It's the small things. It's the very small nuanced things. And look, like I said, these are things that can be improved upon. These are things that can be improved upon, but there are also things that'll get you killed in a real game right now. Nuance matters. Had a little bit of a slip right there, but I thought it was impressive that he was able to slip and get back up and actually get back in some sort of blocking stance or whatever. So I actually thought that was an impressive play. Got a little bit of a down block. They got outside pretty quick. Let's see. Man, this is a block that you would consider successful, but just a little more galloping, a little more open hands. You're gonna see these elbows fly back right there, just exposing his chest a little bit. That's okay. That's two things he's definitely gonna have to work on: keeping those elbows tight, working on false steps, and just being a little more nasty on these blocks. I'm seeing a bunch of people on Twitter calling him a mauler. I don't see a mauler from Tyler Guyton. Just a cat that's gonna come off the ball and just maul somebody. Maybe that can be in his future, but I'm not saying that right now. He's zone stepping to the right, to where he's kind of dual combo blocking. So I don't hate this, but if you know that you're blocking this defensive end, I don't want you false stepping with your left foot. Take a look at Guyton's left foot. Maybe we'll call him TG to keep from calling him Tyler. But if you're stepping into this defensive end, false stepping with your left foot right there, boom. Like if you're the right guard or something, right? Pardon me. Let's go back. Where was I at? Like if you nope, not this play. Like if you're the left guard and you're stepping into this 3-tech right here, then cool. Step with your left foot. Well, he false starting too, boy. Boy, y'all are a false starting crew. Y'all are a false stepping, not false starting. Y'all are a false stepping crew, ain't you? Let's see who didn't false step. Okay, your right guard didn't false step. Dealing with this one tech right here, he didn't false step. Boom, he stepped right into the guard and he did his business here. Basically, false stepping is, you know, wasted movement or just wasted steps there. So this is a little better. He's stepping right. He didn't false step with the left foot, stepping with the right, working that direction. You know, but it's a little funky gimmicky play going to the other side here. Not really evaluatable. Fantastic step, man. Fantastic movement right here, man. Like I said, he's a mover. He's a mirrorer. Now, you know, do you want him lunging and leaning like this? No. Do you want one hand on the chest, one hand on the back like this? No. You know, they're going to find a way to deal with that. And if this was a good defender, like this heavy lean that Tyler got going on right here, that Guyton TG has going on right here, that could be taken advantage of. Like I said, man, it's the ugliness of it. It's the ugliness of it. Take a look at him on the left side of your screen at right tackle. I just wanted to just run through some plays, man. Yo, he misses a lot on the second level too. That's another thing that he's gonna have to work on. Maybe he's like, you know, maybe he's over anticipating like the angle that he needs to hit to deal with the linebacker, but he'll be all right. Another false stepping to the right, but he's stepping left, then he's stepping right, and this gathering of feet really just makes you late. Just imagine Tyler TG right now, right? Just imagine him firing off the football and hitting 90 in the chest and just driving his feet. That'll be a much better block for him, right? But the fact that he's picking up his feet and chopping them with this character that's directly in front of him, and then watch his hand strike right here. 1, 2. First of all, hands way down in the holster. Like we're run blocking here, right? Let me see what's going on in the backfield. What's the play here? Okay, it's definitely RPO run action. Well, it's probably just a run play. There's probably not an option back there. But so we're running the football. We're run blocking, right? Hands are kind of low. They're way lower. You kind of want your hands in the holster, which is a little higher, ready to strike. But maybe that's what they teach them at Oklahoma. I don't know. But you want your hands a little higher to get ready for the strike. You don't want them super high. You don't want them super out. But having them this far down is going to be trouble for you because now you got a long time to get those hands back up and into the fight. So the fact that his hands are like really, really down right here, boom. And what else, chat? False step. I want him in this play. Just imagine if he stepped with his right foot, then his left step was into number 90 and he brought his hands with him and he drove his feet and he mauled him. Like Twitter saying, he's saying, like, you know, the guys on people on Twitter saying he's mauled. There's tons of people saying this, right? Instead, we're going to see a false step to the left. Boom. We're going to see hands down, bam. And we're going to see his palms kind of cup open a little bit, right? They're going to cup in the up direction. See these hands right here? Last night on the Patreon, I made a joke. It's kind of like you're throwing a ball at a kid, right? Like you're throwing an underhand ball to a kid, like, hey, catch, little baby, like you're playing softball with a baby or something. Like that's not great hand technique. You want those hands to come from the chest or from the torso and shoot violently into number 90, right? You want to fire, especially run blocking, whether it's zone or whether it's like a gap scheme. You want to fire into number 90, right? But this is more so, okay, I false step, boom, my hands are low, I'm trying to get them back up, my palms are up, boom, and now I miss with my hands and I'm leaning and I'm 6'7", right? That's some of the challenges that we're dealing with here. So like, I'm not being mean about the player. There's a lot of people in the chat that are, you know, calling me flip floppy and they're saying, oh, you know. Voch, you said it about Tyler Smith. No, Tyler Smith was a different conversation. Tyler Smith had bad hands, but he was mauling people off the film. Like it was different. It's different, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, look, really good moving play right here, but I want him to get on the other side of that shoulder, right? Cover this defender up, blocking him on this side of his hip. Boom, you're basically blocking him into the play. Really, I want you to get on the other side of that character, right? Take a look at the center right here and what he's doing. The center right here on this one take. Boom, he's gonna get across, but he's getting his head on the opposite side. That's the first thing that they teach you in football school, right? Let's see who else did it. Who this is, the tight end or something? Yeah, he's stepping down, boom, but he's getting his head on that side of the defender. If you can see my mouse, Tyler TG, I want you to get your head on the opposite side of that defender so you can cover his body up and really take him out of the fight there. He was actually around this defender here, number 97. He was around the ball carrier at the end of the play. If Tyler Guyton would just continue to put himself in position, then you would just take him out of the play altogether. But hey, he got to his block. He's kind of finished it. You know what I'm saying? I saw this highlight going around here, and this is why they called him nasty, right? They say that they saw Tyler Guyton climbing to the second level and get this holding call on number 6 and dumping him and all that kind of stuff. Hey, man, but look, it took us, what, 15 plays to get here? It took us 15 plays to be here. And this isn't me being super negative on Tyler Guyton. This is just me explaining some of the work that he would have to put in. I'm explaining the work that he would have to put in. I'm just forecasting for my audience some of the work that needs to be done. This is a solid play here. Combo block, him and this guy. Now, Buddy got tripped up here. Number 97 got thrown into 52's feet here. So 52 ended up on the ground, but somebody put this on Twitter like it was a pancake highlight. I feel you, bro. I feel y'all, bro. Let's see. Where are we at? This ain't a bad play here, but just a lot of wasted movements on the inside. But hey, if that's how Oklahoma's teaching it, then cool. But this is the first time in a long time I've seen Tyler Guyton strike somebody. If he does this all the time, then I'll have a lot less criticism of him. Striking, boom, still a little high though. So he really got to sink down in that stance and really bend those knees and just drive. He could have finished him right there. If his knees were bent and he uncoiled his hips, he probably could have finished him right there. Maybe he doesn't know how to finish just yet, but that's all right. Let's take a look at Tyler TG on this play. Okay, going to the opposite side there from our block. Not really going to evaluate that there. This is the point where I feel like all the Kansas City kids figured out how to deal with him. They figured out, hey, get to him first. He's gonna meander with his hands a little bit, but we have to strike him with urgency. And if we can strike him with urgency, we can control him. It was this point in the Kansas game where they really started engaging and getting off the blocks, right? So let's see. Boom, we're getting inside. Just, hey man, get off me, bro. Just as long they decided, hey, if we're gonna be first, we can beat Tyler Guyton because he's gonna be tall. He's gonna be leaning. Take a look at TG leaning right here. First of all, false stepping again. Bam. So this is him stepping with his left foot first and kind of doing a weird little dance with his hips, but then he starts leaning. Pardon my pixelation there. Then he starts leaning and he misses this block, and the edge dudes just kind of get off of him and they go make the plays, man. Let's see what happened here. Tyler Guyton's gonna climb to the second level. Let's see what happens when he gets there. Didn't fully get to him, but hey, it's kind of tough to make those blocks on the move. You know, I'm not gonna criticize him too much there. Take a look. Hey, fantastic movement though. Hey, look, I'm never gonna say nothing bad about his athleticism. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about his athleticism. He might be the best moving offensive tackle I've ever seen. Plus, I love the urgency. For one, you try to get the reach block here and you don't fully succeed, but you come back and try to finish that block on the back end. I like that. I actually like that about him, and that is kind of mean, but it seemed like he's only picking on the little kids now. He's only picking on the corners and linebackers now, but you know, it's fine. We just watching film and I'm showing y'all what I'm seeing. I don't want people to give any kind of reasoning. I don't want people to say, oh, Voch is just saying this or Voch is making shit up. Nah, Voch is telling you what I saw on film. Once again, the defender's getting his hands inside of Tyler Guyton. Why did he do that? Let's take a look at Tyler's feet first. Kind of a false step. And look, this is why false stepping is so important, right? Okay, look at Tyler's first step. We know that he wants to block this defender to his right. So he's stepping to the left first, but now the defender is out of his stance. So Tyler loses one tick of a movement just trying to step inside, then stepping back outside, to where if he would step with his right foot and fire into that defensive end right now, he would have probably gotten to him a little earlier. What else happened? Let's take a look at Tyler's hands. Are they traveling a little low? You damn right they are. Were his palms up so he didn't really get a good strike on this defensive edge, this D end here? That's exactly what happened, right? Hands down, palms up. We're not powerful hands down, palms up, but this defender's gonna go right into Guyton's chest, bam, and he's gonna get off that block. This dude didn't make the tackle, you know, versus the runner, but I'm just trying to illustrate to everybody in the chat right now. Cause boy, these comments been pissing me off. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Voch being overly negative, man. Voch saying what I see on film, bro. Voch saying what I see on film. And sometimes you got to come out and do film sessions like this just to prove your point. Tyler Guyton, once again, fantastic movement here. Take a look at him and just boom, moving, pulling, open space, leading the way, but he misses. It's part of the game. We all miss. I used to miss a lot when I was an offensive lineman. Just kind of a waterfall block right there. Like I said, once again, if y'all want to see the full film, go to my Patreon, patreon.com/vochlombardi. Couldn't get a good block on him right here. Why? Take a look at his hands. Let's see. Hands down. You see that scooping motion once again. Hands low, palms up, just like that. It's hard to block dudes like that, man. It's hard to block dudes like that. You know, you can get in somebody's way, but I want to see you finishing people. I want to see you mauling people. I want to see you drive people like, you know, we see Tyler Smith. That's why I say Tyler Guyton and Tyler Smith are two different players in this situation, right? Austin Booker getting to Tyler Guyton's chest. And look, this is my thing about Tyler Guyton. He's got long arms. He got an 84-inch wingspan. Like, nobody should be playing long arm games and winning with Tyler Guyton. That's another thing he has to learn. If he's going to put long arm dude on his resume, he needs to learn how to use that. Take a look at him right here. Boom. Getting hands on the inside. This ain't a bad rep from Tyler Guyton. Feet kind of funny, kind of galloping his feet a little bit. Where are his hands? Hands all over the place. I wish they was in the holster still, but he'll probably get a good block right there. The coach probably gave him a A+ right there. I'm gonna stop this at 25 minutes. Y'all want to see the rest? Come on, patreon.com/vochlombardi. We'll watch some more film over there. This is something that they learned about Tyler Guyton. Let me get in his chest first. If you get in his chest first, you can get off of him. If you get in his chest first, boom, you can eventually disengage and get off of him. What I want from Tyler Guyton, I mentioned on the live stream yesterday with Foots and Will Steele. Go check it out. We had a fantastic show. Hey, man, I want you to start like putting your pressure on people, right? You know, this defensive end shouldn't be playing long arm games with you. You should be pushing him. You should be driving him off the football right now. Your helmet should be in his chest, and you should be moving that dude to the end zone, or just moving him, you know, move him away from the film. Nobody should be playing long arm games with a right tackle with an 84-inch wingspan. He got traits, and he does have the 84-inch wingspan. He just does not know how to play football just yet. It's just for the haters that's in the comment section, man. I just want to make sure y'all straight. I want to make sure y'all comfortable. Same concept right here, right? Let me watch his feet first. He stepped inside and then he stepped back outside. That's a false step in my personal opinion, but hey, maybe they teach it that way. I don't know. It's not effective for blocking, but can you fix that? Sure. Let's look at his hands. Were they low and were his palms up? And look, this even worse, right? When he does the elbow open, hands flare back, boom, this move right here, because one, you're extending the amount of time that it takes for your hands to travel to that defender, right? If your hands are in the holster right now and they come up immediately into the defender, then you'll have better chances of getting on the defender. But if your hands flying backwards first, it's going to take longer to get to the defender. If they're looping, it's going to take longer to get to the defender. If your palms are up, then this definitely not going to land on the defender. And what Kansas realized, what these Kansas D linemen realize, is that, hey, if I can punch him in the chest, I can control him. Now, he shouldn't be playing long arm games with nobody. He shouldn't be playing long arm games with nobody, man. But he got to fix that elbow swing and that hand swing and all that other little stuff. He's got to fix it. Got to fix it. This block ended up being executed, but hey, swinging them hands again. Take a look at him. Boom. Swinging them hands. But hey, this was a in this case, this was a block that worked out, but he's not gonna play against Kansas ever again. He's not gonna play against the University of Kansas ever again. And you're not gonna get this off on, you know, pick a character, right? You're not gonna get this off, you know, on the Eagles guys or the you know, Nick Bosa if they line them up over on your side, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta hey man, you gotta fix them hands, brother. You got to fix them hands, brother. Kansas kids gonna get you, man, but you need to fix them hands, brother. Can you imagine playing against the Lions and playing against Aiden Hutchinson and your palms flare open and your elbows fly back before he hits you, or before you try to hit him? Hey man, it's a lot of little struggles, man. Let's see, that was a couple waterfall blocks, a little bit of misdirection, not a gradable play. So this is a play where he's kind of stepping inside and they're working on this. He don't need to be looking directly at him because somebody in the league gonna see that and be like, hey, 60 is about to block you, bro. 60 about to block you, you know what I'm saying? But hey, but solid block on the combo there. Solid block on the combo there. I'm not gonna watch this whole game with y'all. Like I said, if y'all want to see the whole film, go to my patreon.com/vochlombardi. But I just wanted to share a little bit of what I was feeling, just a detailed technical analysis of Tyler Guyton's flaws. This fantastic. If he can do anything, he can mirror. If he can do anything, he can move and he can mirror. He can stay in front of you Oh, he can stay in front of you. And look, he'll have good days where he can punch and get you off of him like that. But man, I just want to see it consistently. That's my thing about Guyton, man. He'll have a great play. And look, you can make a highlight tape, but man, I want to see you. I don't want to wait 12 plays to look at you and be like, okay, that's a good play. 12 more plays. Okay, that's a good play. Can't evaluate that one. Okay, that's a good play. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me at least 4 of them joints in a row I can feel good about. Slinging Austin Booker around. A little patient right there. Sometimes you ain't got to be patient, man. Sometimes you just got to fire off and hit people. Patience is a good thing in football sometimes, but it's a rarity that patience pays off in the run game. Oh, let's see what happened here. Go back. My bad. Let's see what happens here. Kind of open up his hips outside, just working. Okay, just keep him outside. Just an easy keep him outside play. We see him go for a left hand strike, I believe. But if you're going for a left hand strike, that strike needs to come from your chest in a. Okay, so this looping motion that he's doing with his left hand, it ain't gonna help. That hand needs to come from the chest straight into whoever it is that you trying to block right now. This looping hand is still giving your chest away, right? That's letting Austin Booker get in on your chest, and you are losing the hand battle with Austin Booker here. Get those hands inside. Or if you're just gonna one hand strike, then hit your landmark, right? And your landmark is probably like the high shoulder pad. You're not going to get the high shoulder pad swinging your arm. You have to strike your arm from the chest. Stepping to the right, but a false step left first. Boom. And then got a little bit of patty cake with the hands. Hands low. Did he do it? Hands got low. Palms went up. Scooping motion. It's not going to do it. All right, y'all. Let's watch like 2 more plays. We'll just get up out of here, man. Another false step. What happened here? Step. Yep. Then go back outside. What about his hands? How his hands do? That's actually much better. That's actually much better. Did somebody trip him up on his feet? Yeah, he got tripped up from the inside player. That's actually much better here. Some good knee bend right there. Knee bend. 1, 2. This need to be your knee bend all the time, bro. And as offensive linemen, I know it's hard because we big bodies. But that needs to be your knee bend all the time, sir. Hands on your knees. That needs to be your knee bend every single time. That needs to be the angle that your elbow is every time. 90-degree angle every time. Hands up in the air in the chest of the defender every time. It just took us a couple plays to get here. Let's watch one more play. We're going to get up out of here. Just a little lungy right now, a little wrestly. You never want to really duck your head at a defender right here, because I know he can't even see him right now. I know he can't see him. But did the defender get his hands in Tyler's chest? Hey, Tyler. Hey, good job getting his hands off of you. But hey, it took me 30 minutes into the film session to say that. I don't know. Chad, I just wanted to make that point, man. People out here, acting like Voch phony or whatever. But, it is what it is. If y'all see anything different in the film, let me know what you saw differently. And on top of that, if you have film of Tyler Guyton having a much more technically nuanced game than this, send it to me so I can watch it directly. Okay. If y'all want to see a longer version of what I just did, this is what I do on the Patreon. We really take our time and break the plays down over there. Tap in with patreon.com/vochlombardi. All right, man. Love y'all to pieces, man. Salute.